Vikings Valhalla is a new addition to Netflix's library. After 6 seasons of Michael Hirst's Viking series, fans were heartbroken for bidding farewell to the Lothbrok clan. However, the story of Vikings continues with the first season of Vikings Valhalla. With a run of 8 episodes, this show has brought some of the most famous Vikings in history to our screens. But did this series do any justice with these characters or not? To find out, stay tuned till the end, because the Cine Wizard is going to review this historical drama in this video. And we will give our verdict about it in the end. So get ready to delve into it and beware of spoilers ahead.
And tell us your name.
Leif Erikson.
Vikings Valhalla was dropped on Netflix on January 25, 2022. It is created by Jeb Stewart, while Michael Hirst, the creator of its predecessor, served as a producer. Like the previous show, it has an ensemble cast that includes Sam Corlett, Frida Gustafsson, and Leah Sutter alongside Bradley Freegard in the lead cast.
Did you not love me like a son? You're naughty. Oh, pious Christian. I saw your sister the night of the massacre.
Viking series, which explored the origins of legendary Viking hero Ragnar Lothbrok. Vikings Valhalla also introduced some famous figures like Leif Erikson, the famous Norse explorer, King Knut, the legendary king of North Sea Kingdom, and Harald Sigurdsson of Norway. Being a spin-off, this series is set 100 years after the events of the previous show. Obviously, a lot of historical stuff has been shrugged off for the dramatic experience. But let's have a quick look at this tale of blood and wars which altered history forever.
I demand justice!
As do I! As do I. That man raped me and was judged guilty of his crimes in Greenland. I am within my right to take revenge.
Lies!
As we told you earlier, this show revolves around some historical Viking figures, and this series is meant to show the beginning of the end of the Viking era. The show begins at Danelaw, where Vikings are celebrating St. Brice's Day, but the English army massacred all of them on the orders of King Ethelred II, the ruler of England.
I order that all Vikings living on this island be exterminated.
Fortunately, Harald Sigurdsson has already left for Norway and he survived this massacre, but not his brother. King Canute, the ruler of Denmark, calls all Viking warriors in Kattegat to form an army against England. Meanwhile, 2 other main characters arrive in Kattegat, and these are Leif Erikson and his sister, Freydis Eriksdottir. Freydis wants her revenge against a man who wronged her during her childhood. This killing prompts Olaf Haraldsson, the older half-brother of Harald Sigurdsson, to kill her, but she is saved by Jarl Hakon, the ruler of Kattegat.
You're going to kill me? I am not a bear, and you are not a Viking. I don't think you have the stomach to kill me.
Polar Bear thinks the same thing before he dies.
Leif joins Harald's army as they begin to move towards England. Freydis is sent up to Uppsala by Hakon to find her destiny. In England, King Athrald and his advisor Godwin discusses the plan to defend England against an imminent Viking attack. His health is deteriorating and he warns his wife, Queen Emma, about the war which is coming. She sends her stepson, Edmund, to get help from the kingdom of Mercia, which he did. But upon returning, he finds his father, King Ethelred, has died.
You poisoned me.
Edmund becomes the new king of England and prepares his army along with merchant soldiers to defend England against the Viking army. In Uppsala, a new enemy of Freydis has appeared. This enemy is Jarl Kari, who is devoted Christian. Vikings defeated Saxons and take control of London, while Emma, Godwin, and King Edmund has been captured. Harald Sigurdsson wants revenge, but King Canute stops him by making a promise to make him the king of Norway. Freydis confronts Jarl Kare, who informs her that he is coming to Kattegat. Freydis later trains to become a shield maiden. Alf leaves for Denmark, and there he asked Canute's wife, Queen Alfgifu, for her support in becoming the ruler of Norway. King Canute appoints Godwin and Emma as his advisors, and he offers to restore the titles of nobleman for sheer loyalty to him. King Canute begins a romantic relationship with Emma, the widow of King Ethelred. Olaf meets with Kare, and they both ally to take Kattegat from Harald, who is there with Leif and Freydis. King Canute left for Denmark after secretly marrying Emma. In his absence, his father, King Svein Folkbeard, rules England.
I wish to build a great northern empire. It stretches across the top of Europe.
You need England's wealth.
Yes.
When Edmund learns about Canute's departure, he tries to make a resistance, but he is betrayed by Godwin, who stabbed him in the chest. Godwin is made the new Jarl of Wessex. Queen Alfgifu arrives in London with Canute's fleet and threatens Folkbeard that she will order it to aid Olaf and his conquest. Godwin and Alfgifu arrive in Mercia to get support, while Folkbeard leads Canute's fleet toward Kattegat, where a battle is about to begin. In his absence, Emma retakes the throne of England. In Norway, Harald meets with Olaf and chose to side with him, but he secretly tells Olaf's plan of attack on Kattegat to Leif Erikson. A battle breaks out when Jarl Kare arrives with his forces in Kattegat. He is defeated and beheaded by Freydis in the Great Hall.
The cross that carries the sword was never you.
Meanwhile, Olaf arrives in Kattegat and declares his victory. But the Folkbeard arrives with the Canute's army. Upon seeing this, Olaf and his army run to save their lives. The first season ends with an enraged Leif who has lost the love of his life in this battle.
You are here because you are Vikings!
Let's just talk about what is good about this series. The thing about Vikings Valhalla is that it resembles way more of its predecessor than it should be. It is the same territory with new characters and new faces. In the first 4 episodes, the character of Harald is compelling and attracts the audience, in the hope of becoming the central focus. But it never happens because there isn't a single protagonist in this series. But it is acceptable because this period drama is an amazing journey in history's those events which shaped Europe. The action is gritty, there is a lot of brutal and bloody scenes which are the essence of this type of show. But the military strategies and some scenes resembles other shows like The Last Kingdom and Vikings. However, the directors have tried their best to make it as realistic as possible. Unlike the previous Viking show, religion has a very deep impact in this series. There are 2 main factions of Vikings shown in this series. One is pagan and the other has embraced Christianity.
You must join my shield maidens.
He served a Christian Jarl named Kåre.
Did you see Kåre?
Yes. He told me to tell you that he's coming for Kattegat.
Kåre does not have the forces to threaten Kattegat.
People of the same culture are divided on their beliefs, and when these people take control of London, English politics further complicate the matters between Vikings. There is dirty politics, backstabbing, and violence along with some intimate scenes to be found in Vikings Valhalla. It makes this series feel like a continuation of the original Viking saga, and there are a lot of references in it. For example, the names of Ragnar Lothbrok, the Ivar the Boneless are mentioned in it. Right now, the biggest challenge for this series is to come out from the shadows of its predecessor. Being a period drama, the story of this show is a plain history from 1000 years ago. It is acceptable to exaggerate in storytelling for more dramatic experience, but Viking Valhalla did cross the limit. The tale of Vikings is twisted and drifts from actual events that happened in past. The character of Jarl Håkon is an example of that. In history, Håkon was a man, but here the character is portrayed by a black female actress.
Have traveled more than most. We raided, yes, but we traded too. Catty Cat is a beneficiary.
We understand it's a great thing to show an independent, strong woman on camera, but here it just feels like point scoring rather than supporting the cause. There is nothing exceptional in it, especially if you compare it with the previous show. But that's what happened with most spin-off series because they have to meet the standard set by the original show. And honestly, Vikings Valhalla is struggling to meet that standard.
What do you intend to do?
Fight.
What do you see in this Greenlander?
Don't watch this show if you haven't watched the original Viking series. But if you love the Viking conflict or battles and blood, then you can give it a try. So what are your thoughts about this drama series? Tell us through your comments in the comment section. And keep watching the Cine Wizard for more reviews about your favorite shows.